Welcome, my friend. Seven Gray here. Thank you for joining me for this episode today. Today, I'm working on my water system. I drained my tank down all the way to the bottom just a couple of days ago and decided to fill it again. After I filled it, now my water pump is not pumping water. It makes a buzzing noise, but no pumping action. And so there's something going on with the water pump. I don't know what it is. And so today I'm going to try to pull apart my water pump and troubleshoot it and figure out what's going on. So I don't know what's happening. I'm learning about all of this myself. I recently watched a YouTube video from my friend Badge where he took apart a water pump in his video. I'll put a link above or down in the description so you can check that out. So I'm going to be following his video, so hopefully with his instruction from YouTube I'll be able to figure this out. If not, Badge is just down the road, so I may be able to convince him to come over and help me out if I get stuck. Over here's my water tank, and back here is the water pump, and right next to it is a small little, I forget what they call that, an actuator tank, but anyway, it pressurizes after the water pump to give more consistent pressure to the water system, to the sink up above. And then here I have a 5-gallon gray water tank that everything goes to off the bottom of the sink. So anyway, I'm going to try to undo this. This connection up here is above the level of the water tank, so I think that the water's not going to leak out. That's my hope. Well, this is good news in progress. I just undid this here. No water is spewing out, so I think I'm set. This is above the level of the tank over here. So hopefully the water level is down somewhere around here and I can get access to this pump and work on it. Well, I got stuck, so I called my neighbor right next to me, Travis, over to help me out. He's a handyman, very skilled, and lives in a school bus. And he has offered to solve my problem. I'm going to have Travis tell you exactly what he's discovered here or what he thinks is going on.
I offered to try to help solve your problem. Well, so far the water pump works good. We're getting flow through there. Now we're going to see if the accumulator itself has a clog in it. But before I do that, I'm going to check the line afterwards. And we'll just kind of hook everything up and just check one little piece at a time and then single out. And then when we find out which one it is, then we'll go into further inspection on that.
So right now we've got good water going as far as the pump, and the pump is powering up and spitting water, and we did that into a small bucket. So now we've got to figure out everything after the pump.
Right. So the good news is you have a working water pump, so you will be having water.
All right, we did the next test, which is running the pump directly up to the faucet in the sink, and it didn't work. So we bypassed the accumulator tank, which is a tank in between the pump and the faucet, thinking that maybe the problem is there. So maybe something in the plumbing running from the pump up to the faucet. So we think that maybe right here there's a little filter, and maybe that's where everything's clogged and stopped. So we're going to check that now.
Yeah, that's your problem. So I'm going to leave this off. Okay. I'm going to turn the pump on and it'll blow out whatever's in there. Yeah. And then we'll rinse this off at the same time. Okay. And then I'll re-hook up the accumulator, and I think you should be good. So let me hook this up.
What is endlessly fascinating to me as I've learned some of these handyman skills is the problem-solving aspect of being a handyman and working through the logic. I've done computer coding and computer troubleshooting. A lot of the same techniques are used when you're problem-solving for coding or dealing with computers. It's working through a logic tree. And that's exactly what we're seeing here. And there's just stuff that I didn't think of and I didn't work through. I haven't built in that logic tree for handyman troubleshooting. So when I see it, it's like an eureka moment. It's like really clear to me. So I'm just ecstatic that it's such a simple thing and that it was deduced through going through this logic tree. Pretty good stuff. All right, looks like we're getting ready for the next test here.
In all of my years of this type of work, I always tell everybody, it's usually pretty simple, you know? But I think you make a valid point there, that it's all my years of experience that allowed me to be able to, you know, figure out one or the other and bypass one part to see what's, you know. And yeah, I do this with everything. It's everything you do is the same way. If there's a problem, you bypass one, go around the next, and just minimalize what it's going to be. And then right now water should turn on. See, where's your pump at?
Just to the left of that.
There we go.
Right there. And there we've got water.
Yep. Clean the screen out. I don't want to waste all your water cleaning that out. So now that we know that's it, that blew that out, I'm going to hook it all back up. We'll get this screen cleaned out, put it back in, and you will have no more water troubles.
I know it seems simple as you're seeing it here on the video, but I've not had this thing working for 2 or 3 days and couldn't figure out, and my theory was that the impellers inside of the pump had become jammed because of particles in there. I thought some plastic from the tank had gone up. So that was my theory, and so that involved a lot more stuff, should that have been true. Of course, I could have easily, at this point, in hindsight, changed out that filter right at the faucet in the sink and not done any of this other stuff, and it would have solved the problem. But again, I didn't think of that. So I guess after you solve something, it's usually something simple. So there you go. Well, we have joy here. Everything's working fabulous. Travis put everything back together, so problem is solved, and he taught me about the little screens on the end of the faucet. I want to mention that Travis has a YouTube channel, and you've had it for a year and a half?
About a year and a half now.
And I just want to put a shout out to him. Number one, thanks for helping me out. Number two, he has under 500 subscribers. For those of you not familiar with YouTube, you have to have 1,000 subscribers in order to monetize. So please, if you appreciate this video, if you enjoyed it and appreciate Travis for his help here as much as I do, then please go visit his channel, subscribe, pump him up over that 1,000 so that he can start monetizing his channel. I'd greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much for all your help.
Thank you, Seven. Appreciate it.
All right, that's all I have for this episode. This is the Van Build Party, and this is what it's all about, is helping each other, and so I'm greatly appreciative for that.
Yep.
Savor the moment. See you in a future episode.